African Watch Network holds a 14th annual lecture, award and induction titled The Nigerian Leadership Structure and its Unsung National Heroes. The event is geared towards looking at the journey of Nigerian leadership structure since the return of democracy, the gain and the loss, and the need to rethink the systemic failure of leadership. Chairman of the day is Professor Olatunde Babawale, Provost, Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria. Guest speaker, Mr. Sam Omasheye, Ace Journalist and Chairman Editorial Board of the Nation newspaper. The special guest of honor is distinguished Senator Dr. Anthony Adefuye, the Olugbon of Lagos. Highlight of the event will include recognizing accomplishment from various fields of endeavors. The date is May 3rd, 2025, and the time is 12:30 p.m. The venue is Lime Ridge Signature Hotels and Suites, GRA Ikeja, Lagos. For sponsorship, advert, goodwill messages, contact Mr. Mark on 08028592006 or Chidera on 091266868480. This event is strictly by invitation. Thank you.
This is African Watch Network TV show, and here we are today to continue our weekly program, African Watch Digest. And fortunately, this week digest, we are having two of our crew members who will be talking about the 2025 African Watch annual lecture, award and induction, which we hold on May 3rd, 2025. I want to start with my deputy editor, Mr. Innocent. You are here to join us to dissect and analyze the event coming up on May 3rd. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, they say William Shakespeare will remind us that what touches us nearer should be lastly dealt with. I have a very big man around us here, who has been mentoring this media house for a very long time. He has been on this show. I'm talking about Mr. Joe Ejiofor, a core administrator, a deputy registrar, Yaba College of Technology, former head of public relations unit, Yaba College of Technology, and now heading the junior staff, the same institution. He's also one of our advisory board, advisory editorial board chairman, who has been offering free service to us. Mr. Joe, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark. It's always good to be here.
Nice. Okay, we want to begin the show right away by looking at some of the things we are expecting on the African Watch 14th annual lecture, and which we hold just a week from now. Mr. Innocent, let's look at it. What has been your view so far concerning the planning, having been the chairman of this year's planning committee?
So far, so good. We are doing so well. This year, every year, we look having the African Watch public lecture award event. Having it may be better than what we usually had last year, but this year on is going to be incredibly okay and fantastic. So we are looking at having a wonderful event that we've never had before.
Looking at wonderful event we have never heard before. Okay, Mr. Ejiofor, you have been the editorial advisory board chairman for some years now. I mean, and year in, year out, you've been playing that vital role. So what are we expecting? What are the guests expecting on May 3rd?
My association with African Network and Communication dates back to close to about a decade ago. And it has been a very wonderful relationship. I don't expect anything less than being perfect. I was part of the planning committee the last 3 years, and what I have noticed and what we've tried to do with African Watch is always to up the game, and not every year. Last year, 2 years ago, it was good. Last year was better, and I want to assure you that this year is going to be best for everybody, especially with the caliber of distinguished and eminent Nigerians that will be honored. I mean, I'm sure later we'll start rolling out the names. So people should expect wonderful occasion, wonderful celebration, and the organization is going to be top notch. I don't expect anything like African network news media. It's like a treasure that has been hidden away from people. You have to be closer to it to know the kind of value it commands. And I'm sure people are going to see come Saturday's 3rd
Of May.
We are going to unfold the package and people will see what we have.
We are going to unfold the package. Let's take it out from there. You know, like Mr. Jofo said, the top-notch dignitary we are expecting across the country. For instance, we are having Afe Babalola, a senior advocate of Nigeria, a distinguished jurist who has made indelible mark on the sign of time. We are having Senator Dr. Prince Ned Nwoko, a very prominent figure, a global figure, representing Delta North Senatorial District. And then we have the Mr. Wale Edu, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, is one of the awardees. We have Senator Kone Austin Akobondo, who is representing Abia Central Senatorial District. And then we are having the Vice Chancellor, University of Lagos, Professor Ogunshola. We are having the Vice Chancellor, Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Olantunde Bello. We are having the Minister of Youth Development, Mr. Ayodele Olawande. We are having Barrister Adebayo Akinande, the Deputy President of Institute of Security, Nigeria. We are having Professor Pastor J.F. Odeshola, Continental Overseer, the Redeemed Christian Church of God. We are having Mr. A.S. Oyerende, the Director General NECA. We're also having Dr. Shegu Obayendo, the Group Managing Director of Temple Group Limited. Then we are also having 3 young Nigerians. In the last 2 to 3 years, we have been looking at young Nigerians also to be awarded. These are the things, the innovation we brought in. And then we're also having Dr. Joseph F. Young, who is also the CEO, Update Africa. We're also having Dr. Babatunde Raimi, who is also a pension and a retirement expert. These are young Nigerians. Then we have Mr. Omo Ernest Odinaka. So these are the distinguished Nigerians that will also be honored on that day. So looking at it critically, the selection process we have done all these years, I think we may have a way to analyze it further. So Mr. Jofo, having rolled out these names, I mean, what are your general view about this, rolling out of names?
Well, the names you just rolled out are credible Nigerians that have made their mark in their chosen field. I particularly like the list because it's a mixed mark. We contain, we have the politicians on the list, we have people from the academia, and we even have people from the private sector. And that makes it a complete rendition of Nigerians that have contributed to the socio-economic development of the country. And that's why I said the African Watch didn't just go for people for the going sake. We check through their records, through their track record, and see what they have been able to do in their own field. And you agree with me that the names should be just true that these are people that have, if you look at the specific field, they have done much to impact their immediate society. Is it the legal sage, the legal luminary of Valola? I mean, if you want to mention about law in Nigeria, his name comes first. Is it in the academia? I mean, we have two of the brightest vice chancellors on the list: the VC of University of Lagos and the VC of
LASU
State University. And coincidentally, both of them happen to be female. And we also have our distinguished and eminent senators. Senator Ned Moko, who happens to be from my own senatorial district, and Senator Akabundu, and others, and people from the private sector. I think, like I said before, this is a complete package. And people we didn't just pick these people because we want them. If you check the track records of African Watch, dating back to close to 5 years, Nigerians who have made their mark have always been awarded. The current Minister of Justice and Attorney General were once awarded as the distinguished Man of the Year. The former Deputy Senate President Omar Agege was also chosen. So these guys were carefully selected.
And then the late governor of Ogun State, Ondo State, Akeredolu.
Carefully selected because of what they have been able to do, because of their track record. And that's exactly what African Watch did this time around. They set out people into the street. We comb the internet. We talk to people, and before these names were mentioned, and there was a due diligence that was followed. And I'm sure for them to have made that mark, they deserve to be awarded.
They deserve to be awarded. Mr. Innocent, what is your view? I know you have been in the process, the selection process. You've been there, and until the final resolution of getting these people. So let's get your view about generally about them.
First of all, I can only say congratulations to all the awardees, because African Watch has found notable Nigerians have found them worthy to be recognized, also to applaud them for the achievements that they've done so far in the area of humanitarian services to Nigerians, in terms of reforms. Like this year awardee is second to none, because this particular list, you reading out the name, you see that we're able to capture people from different cycles. You remember we did about 100 names that were listed out.
Yes.
And these are just about 15 of them that have been able to be found worthy and accepted the proposal. And we are on the 3rd of May. We are going to be celebrating these
Nigerians,
great Nigerians. So for me, it's a welcome, an exciting moment for me.
Let me take it from there. It's an exciting moment for all of us in African Watch Network. Okay, let's quickly talk about the lecture. The title of this year's lecture is The Nigerian Leadership Structure and its Unsung National Heroes. And you recall very well, I've talked about heroes. Actually, that was in 2017 or 2018. Did our founding father dream of a united Nigeria? And then the next one we had was, I think the second title was, I'm trying to recall the second, but something similar to that, And so here we are talking about heroes again. And then the guest lecturer for this year, a lot of people say he's a controversial journalist. I'm talking about Mr. Sam Omashe. He's going to deliver this year's lecture. And, having seen most of his write-up, very detailed and with convincing ideas about it. Well, you know, in your own assessment, what are you expecting? You know, having looked his own write-up in the country that most people are always finding a way to defend some of the things he used to talk about.
But Mr. Sam Omashaye is somebody that I have followed over time. He's a fantastic journalist, and I dare say one of the brightest in the land. I follow his column in the
Nation newspaper.
Nation newspaper, where he's also the chairman editorial board. I think he's going to do justice to that topic. You know, Nigeria has a leadership program, very big one. It's not as if we don't have capable leaders that can turn the tide of this country for the better. But perhaps there's this, I don't know, these negative vibes that hits any Nigerian leaders once they occupy the position, start deviating from the stated goal. And I want to believe that Sam Omashaye is going to deliver a fantastic lecture, probably give us a way on how to go about getting good leaders. Yes, we also have some unsung heroes. If you ask an average man on the street, the first person he will tell you about Nigerian heroes, he will start mentioning former head of states, former politicians. But there are people that are not politicians, that are heroes, and that have been forgotten, that are unsung. The Nigerian flag is designed by somebody. How many of us remember his name? The Nigerian national anthem was scripted by somebody. How many of us remember this? These are the heroes. These are the unsung heroes. And I'm so happy that African Watch Network Communication is bringing out this to the fold, so that people will begin to see. We have a lot of them, and it is high time we begin to focus on our unsung heroes and begin to bring them out so that they can be properly identified and celebrated the way it should be.
Yes, identify them, celebrate them, and then let us also in our own way learn from them, then make the little mark, you know. Let me come to you. You have also known our big boss in the media, Sam Omashaye. What are you expecting?
He has been a very focal man when it has to do with the national issues, you know, without taking sides and sentiment. So he's always deal with the issues just the way it is. Even though everybody may not really like him, but as for me, I believe, and as we have sat down and we scrutinally look at the person that will take the lecture for this year, I don't think we will have any better person than someone like him. It's because he's a great intellectual based on the experience and even though his office. So I think it's a great importance to have him.
Okay, it's very important to have him. I take it from there. Then the chairman of the day, a renowned professor of political economy, Professor Olatunde Babawale. If you remember vividly, he delivered our lecture. Did our founding father dream of a united Nigeria?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
I think he delivered that lecture. Then followed by Dr. Tunji Abayomi, and so on. So we can see that we have a very, prominent Nigerians who have associated with us for a very long time now. And Professor Babawale is going to chair the occasion. You know, he has delivered our lecture for 2 times now. You know, when we clocked 10 years, he was the one that delivered the lecture. Arise, O compatron. You know, and then he's coming again this time to chair the occasion. And as a man of experience, we are not expecting anything less too, you see. And we are moving forward, and as we continue to navigate this African Watch, event, we're also creating an avenue of contributing to nation building, which is very important to us. Now, Professor Babawale is also the Provost, Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, a well-known institute, that focuses its agendas on corruption. So we are having a team of technocrats. Then Senator Anthony Adefoye he has always been with us as going to be the special guest of honor, on that very day. We're expecting a lot of Nigerians, professors, captains of industries that will also be part of this year's event.
So let me also talk about Professor Babawale. Professor Babawale has always been a friend of the African Watch. He has been invited to speak on different African fora. And funny enough, Professor Babawale, who is also a thoroughbred academic, a political juggernaut,
that's correct,
taught me policy at MSc level, Department of Political Science in 2004. And so I know him. I know the kind of, but what I know about policies today, policy analysis and development, I learned from him because he made me. It's a course a lot of people used to run away from, but I became interested in it, and to God be the glory, I've also been making small hustle from it. So, right from then, he has risen to become a DG of Center for
Black Africa.
And also is currently the provost of
Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria.
He has been dean of the student affairs and postgraduate studies. So he's a thorough.
Even the commissioner for Lagos State. Is it LASEC? What do they call it? Lagos.
I'm not surprised about him, and I'm not. African Watch did the right thing by inviting him to be
the chairman.
To be the chairman of the day. So I'm sure he's going to coordinate and preside over this award in the perfect way, Professor Babawale style.
Yeah. Professor Babawale style. So let's leave it there. Mr. Jafar just said in Professor Babawale's style. So let's take it from there.
Yes, from my own angle, I will start by saying, because I can't mute and telling some of our awardees, like the guest lecturer and special guest of honor, by telling you thank you for accepting to be part of African Watch this year, another milestone of African Watch history. So we can only say a very big thank you to all of you who have accepted to be part of it. So.
Okay, quickly, let's go to the last segment of this interaction, African Watch Memoir. This is a very core document we unveil every year that contains the profiles of all the awardees, their achievements, and then the most important part of that memoir is talking about, the contributions, the write-ups. And of course, this year, as usual, we have in the memoir, we have Senator Anthony Adefoye talking about nation building, talking about Nigerians' heroes. Then we have Senator Femi Okurumu, a very, how do I put it, a very elder statesman whose stance has never changed, contributing heavily on how Nigeria can be rebuilt. Then we have Professor Babawale again in his address, addressing the countries and sensitive issues of the country, what needs to be done, Same with Professor Akimboye, same with Professor Patrick Ebule, the same with Dennis Amakri, the SDSS director, same with Dr. Kabiu Adamu, the security expert, and then Mr. Sam Omashe's lecture. All these are in this year's African Watch Memoir. So looking at it holistically or in summary, we can actually say compendium of knowledge. So this is where African Watch distinguishes itself from other media outfits, academic and then social. So, and that memoir is what the awardees normally unveiled and pick copies, and then becomes a recommendation, a document for policy implementation and so on. So, on this gesture, what exactly are we looking forward to on this particular angle?
Well, like you said, the African Watch memoir is a compendium of knowledge. It is something that shouldn't just be kept away from people. Something that should be. I think African Watch have been doing that, because the last time some head of institution that came, we ordered someone that
in the library
to their library. So I'm not expecting, judging from the caliber of the contributors, these are highly intellectual people that are knowledgeable about the Nigerian system, and for them to have put pen on paper to write their views, I mean, they should be commended. And I want to also say, also advise that at the end of our program, or the end of the program on Saturday, we should also make sure that these things are distributed to higher institutions and even sent to the government too, because the government by the time they read, they have one or two things to learn
from it.
Is it from Densa Makre, who is a public commentator who speaks on national issues? Is it Professor Obawale, that I've just mentioned, or the respected politician
Senator Kurumu?
I mean, these are people. I mean, they are not speaking theoretical, they are practical. This is something they've witnessed, and they are putting it down for people, for posterity. I mean, it's a documentation, and I want to commend the organizers, I mean, African Watch News Media, for gathering these men together and putting. You see, if this man started to put their thought on papers and decide to write a book, you cannot get that book for anything less than 50,000 naira.
That's correct.
But I mean, these are memoir that people will, of course, I mean, pay token to get. So it's a good thing, and I'm looking forward to reading their thoughts and seeing how the whole thing will go. But it's going to be a fantastic day.
It's going to be a fantastic day. We're almost rounding off this show. Mr. Innocent, do you have anything to say concerning this?
Yes, concerning the African Watch memoir, it's a document that I will recommend that every young Nigerian out there,
every Nigerian not even young, yes,
young or old, out there, will be looking forward to.
That's correct.
To read it every year.
Yes.
As the lecture comes, because these topics are not just being chosen.
Yes.
Key topic is chosen according to the current situations that
in the country,
on how to do what, to give out good leadership, not just in Nigeria but also in Africa. Yeah. So African Watch memoir covers key issues and deals with issues that is only affecting Nigerian leadership and Africa as a whole. So it's a book that I recommend that everybody should be always looking out for, to have or to read as it comes out.
Okay, we want to thank our viewers all over the world. I won't say Africa, I say all over the world. Because Saturday, May 3rd, is a day that we'll be longing to see. And I can assure all our guests that African Watch is on top of the game. And every awardees are going to enjoy every bit of the program. Once again, I want to thank our producer, Samuel Igebo, who has always produced us well. I want to thank Mr. Innocent. These are the guys who have been making the online African Watch present online. I want to also thank our big man. This is the big man in our midst. Mr. Joe Ejiofor. who has always been with us or guiding us with his experience. So once again, I want you to relax yourself, and then the event is going to be streamed live wherever you are going to watch it. We're going to share the link so that you can tune in and watch. Once again, this is where we draw the curtain of this show till next episode. My name is Mark Ogo, the editor-in-chief, African Watch Network. See you next time.